It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be better. I can't wait. Making my move. Live for the day. Sing like a bird. Fly like a plane. Come spin with me, Jenny D. Jenny D. Jenny D.
Hello, my beautiful people. I am so excited. This is a special edition of Spill with Me, Jenny D. I have it live here in the studio. I have Kelly Rodavich here. She's live here. She just got back from Italy, and I have
I'm live.
Jason Caps from Jason's Journeys. He is Zooming us today from Tuscany, Italy. Jason, I'm so excited to have you guys. I've missed you. You've been gone for the spring with all your trips. Tell us a little bit. A lot of people, there might be some people listening today that are like, who's Jason Caps and Kelly, and what's this Jason's Journeys? Give us a little bit of a recap of like what you do and what you just did in the spring.
Oh boy, let's see. So we're a couple of nobodies that just travel around the world and share
Yeah.
share special experiences with people, and invite people to come along if they feel so inclined. Um, boy, we did a couple great trips this year already. We did Tuscany in May, the 10 days in Tuscany. It's the ninth year of that, minus the COVID years. But I started in 2017, and we did that one in May. It was fabulous. We had a great group, and we moved right from there into our one of our Journey Captain programs. It's a private group trip, um, between, where did we go, Kelly? Venice,
Venice,
Rome.
Rome, and Sorrento. So that one was a private group, friends and family, 21 people, and they completely customized the trip. So they told us, hey, we want to go to these three places in Italy,
I
and
love
can you put it together? And I said, done.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fabulous. That's you're
Truth,
such a
truth,
team.
truth be told, they wanted to go to like Lake Como, Venice. They wanted to zigzag Capri. They wanted to go all over Italy, and unfortunately, Italy is much smaller than the United States. But we pressed it into what Matt's parents. It was their 50th wedding anniversary, and what we felt was like could not miss, and that was things like the Vatican and the Colosseum and so on. But typically speaking, our niche is kind of in the smaller places of Italy, the more either, not say lesser known, but the ones that you see more on the storybooks, in the under the Tuscan sun type places in Tuscany and Amalfi Coast and Sardinia and so on. So that's kind of our niche specialty. However, have knowledge will travel and contacts, so we'll get you where you need to go if you put something together like that. So we
I
wrapped
love
that one up. It ended, I don't even know, it feels like a month ago, but it was only a
I've
couple
been
weeks
home
ago.
for like a week and a half. I was just telling Jenny, I feel like
Yeah,
I didn't even leave. Like, it
yeah,
makes no sense.
exactly.
I
I
know.
know.
It's the same when I go back to Italy, then I'm like, I feel like I was just here, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
oh,
Yeah.
wild. But
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we host small groups,
Yes. No.
just to kind of recap through Italy for about 8 to 10 days, depending on the location. Usually locations that we choose, unless it's a customized trip. And then we take the summer off where we don't bring any groups in the summer.
It's too hot.
It's too hot, it's too crowded, it's
yeah,
expensive. Then we go back in the fall and we do different locations.
yeah.
So that's
And
essentially.
Jason's Journeys, Jason Caps and actually Kelly, they're both from Pittsburgh area.
Hmm.
And actually, we're all in the South Hills here. But we've been doing these. There's so many different episodes that we've already done talking
Yeah.
about the different trips because you've been doing this now. I know Kelly said 5 years. You've been doing this for what, 10 years now?
Almost 10. Next year's, which we'll talk about in a minute, I think the Tuscany trip will have been 10 years. We started in 17. And that was just kind of on a, not a whim, but an idea I had to just share beautiful Italy. I had already bought two apartments here in Lucca. I'm not in Lucca now. I'm at my house, and I sold those apartments, bought a place in the country. I was up until about 30 minutes ago weed whacking. Oh, you can hear Bobby. That's the name of my robot in the pool working.
Hi, Bobby.
So, um, so he like just pokes his head up every once in a while and
Shouldn't
make
it be
sure we don't forget him.
Roberto?
Yes, Roberto.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
ciao.
But yeah, so these things all started on, an idea to just share this beautiful country with people. We are expanding next year into other parts of the world, and we can talk about that momentarily. But in essence, I'm a chef. I own Bellicera. We've met in the past at your location now, but also at Bellicera. And that's coming up on 20 years in business there. From I started in '06, October of '06. So we're gonna have a
Wow.
big anniversary there shortly. So
Wow.
not a big party until the 25th anniversary, God willing, but everything's great there, and people who have either known me or met me over the years know how much I love Italy and travel in general. So, and then when Kelly and I connected, it's like game over. We're on. So she loves Italy, loves Rome, loves other parts of Italy, and we just started going at it. So here we are. You know.
I know, and it's so fabulous. Now, I'm so excited this fall. What's coming up? Because I want to hear about this fall. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and
I'm
we
just
have
going to take a trip
you say that every time.
every time.
Yeah.
And
But
here
now
we
my
are.
son's in college. Now he's
I
going to
Yeah.
know.
college
We're
for.
getting there. So this fall we have three trips, one of them being sold out. That's the Amalfi Coast, which is end of September and early October.
Okay.
But before that, in early September, we have Sardinia, island of Sardinia off the coast of, I mean, it's an hour flight from Rome. Beautiful, beautiful island, becoming more popular, but we do have spots left on that one. And then brand new trip in mid-October is Puglia, which is on the Adriatic side of Italy and actually where Jason's family's from, which I think is partially what inspired this trip. And we have spots on that too.
Yeah, because I've never even heard of that. Jason, tell us a little bit more about these locations.
Well, Sardinia is a gem. I mean, Kelly's right that I always said if you don't go now, and next year is actually sold out to a private group in Sardinia. So it's kind of like I'd say now or never. I hate to be dramatic, but there's in 28 it's going to be saturated. You'll have as many Americans around you as you do in other parts of Italy because they announced the first nonstop flight from JFK to Olbia, which is in the north. But there's going to be eventual nonstops. That once that starts happening, that means the destination is popular enough, the demand is there to encourage people to go. I tell people get ahead of it and get there now. I mean, if you've got the September 2nd through the 12th open this year, I say jump in because we have space available. It's a smaller group. I mean, that's what we do anyway. Our max is 20, but to have less than that on a group is kind of a blessing. I mean, there's no cattle herding and you know lines and tour bus type stuff. We do specialty things like visit a shepherd for a day. Excuse me. If you saw the Sardinia episode of Stanley Tucci, Searching for Italy, we are kind of coincidentally with half of the people, if not more than on that are on that episode, the first episode. The Tuna King, what's his name? Luigi Kelly.
Pomata.
Yeah, he's
Louis,
incredible. We have
I
we have
love that.
we have dinner with him, and then we spend the day with Antonio, who's the shepherd, and we make cheese and stay on his farm and have a great fun time with his friends. They're in a band, and it's just a great day. And then Simonetta, we make pasta with her, and she's also on that episode. So I don't know. I'm saying, this is like a kind of a, when I say once in a lifetime opportunity, I'm kind of not lying because I don't know what happens at 28. I'm might be hanging it up for a bit. So,
I think the
that's
common
what.
misconception with Sardinia, though, is that the trip is all on the water and that's all we
Mm,
do is kind of stay on the beach or go on boats. Because I've had people say that
Right.
because it's an island for whatever
mm,
reason, but that's really not the case. We do a boat day, of
yeah,
course, you have to. We stay near the water only for 3 nights of the 9, and we also go to the capital for 3 nights, so we're in the city, and then we go
Right.
into the mountains for 3 nights, and then
yeah,
at the end we end on the beach. So there's a lot of authentic experiences in between that, but it's not all on the water.
yeah.
Right.
You really get to experience the ruggedness of Sardinia, the city life, and the water.
Well said. Yeah, the beach, the coast on the day on the boat, we hit. There's three of the top 10 beaches in the world in that stretch, only accessible by boat. So they're spectacular. I mean, honestly, I had some great footage until my drone went down at sea. But we captured some of it and put it on the videos, and
Oh.
yeah, that was funny. But
Well, that's the
we,
other thing, Jason, right? People can see these videos on your Instagram,
yep.
Facebook, and on your website. They can
absolutely.
see some of the
Yeah.
videos from the prior trip so they can get an
Yeah.
idea of what you do.
Exactly. Yeah. So beyond Sardinia, we have Puglia, which Kelly spoke of. My family's from the northern part near Foggia. We don't go into Foggia; it's a city, but they live in a little hilltop village of 5,000 people called Bovino. And all of my cousins and friends who that know me know that I've visited there frequently and spent time with them, and absolutely love it. If you don't ever travel Italy with me and you have roots there, or for that matter, Ireland or Lithuania or Slovenia or Hungary, it's important to go see where your parents and grandparents and great grandparents are from, in my mind. So, in this case, we spend the last 3 nights with them. Prior to that, we land in Bari, go into Bari Vecchia, the old part of town, and do some really cool, like just eat the old ladies on the street selling the orchiette pasta. You can buy it, and we enjoy lecce and some what Polignana and Mari, another botte. What else we have, Kelly?
Oh gosh, kind of think. Alstuni, Alberabello,
Ostuni.
if I'm
Yep.
saying that right, with the
Yep.
Trulli
The Great White
houses.
City. Yeah.
You look up
Yeah. The
Trulli
little
I
houses,
was,
you
conical.
recognize
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Look at Rotondo. We stay in a masseria. We do an olive oil farm, wine
I
tasting.
like all that.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I forget how much we do until I
I
start
know.
listing
I
it
know.
out.
Well, that's the
Oh,
thing. You guys have the whole itinerary for people. So
sorry. I don't want that sun. Was that, sorry, is that bad? Can you
no,
see
it's
that?
Isn't bad.
beautiful. I mean, we're
Okay.
seeing the sunset in
All right.
Tuscany, Italy right
Sorry.
now. Okay. On video, but we're not
Um,
there.
yeah.
Next time, Jason, I want you to fly me there so we can do the podcast.
Gotcha. Yeah. Kelly's would be the one to do arrange that as the Miss Travel Agent
Yeah,
Connoisseur specialty.
right. Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit, Kelly, about you and what you do.
Yeah, so I actually started my travel agency called Viaggio Travel Consulting 5 years ago. Met Jason shortly after that, and he was doing tours in Italy. My company is an Italian word, so it just kind of made sense that we collaborated together and did
Yeah.
these tours. But it's nice because when we have our travelers come to us, we book them on the trip. If they need help or assistance with booking flights, or maybe they fly in early, go to Rome and do a couple of days before they meet us in Tuscany. I help with their hotel accommodations and tours and transportation. So pretty much anything travel, trip insurance that you need, you have me
I love that.
as a resource. So
Yes,
And
and Jason, tell them. Okay, so we talked about this in some of my episodes, but if somebody's listening right now or watching, it's a small group tours, and you and Kelly are in charge of. They don't have to plan anything. You get
no.
them together before these trips so they can get to know each other
Yeah.
too.
If they're from Pittsburgh, we have an event, a little meet and greet at Bellicera. One or both of us is typically in town for that. I mean, normally Kelly is there if I'm over here. But then so that's an added perk of the trip. So once they arrive here, they do have a little bit of, oh, I saw you at the meet and greet, or if they see each other in the airport or share flights or planes and all that stuff. So um, yeah, and the idea is really somebody got back. I think it was Rick and Janie got back from Tuscany. I've been keeping up with them because I know him for 20 plus years. He said, it really sucked. We went to a restaurant the other day and we actually had to make a decision on what to order from the menu. It was painful. He's like, for those 10 days, we didn't have to worry about anything. I
That
love
is
that.
so true.
Yeah.
That is so
Yeah.
true. You
And,
take
and of
away all the
course,
stress.
yeah, and of course, if there's a dietary restriction or an allergy, they're super accommodating with, celiac and not imagine pasta without, the gluten. They can accommodate. So chickpea flour pasta, different gluten-free pizza, other things, allergy seafood, etc. They're very tuned into it. And I'm as a chef, these conversations are about the food and the menu and so on up until the time of the trip. They never want to commit. Kelly can attest to that. She's like, "Can we get menus set?" Jason wants to talk about menus. 2 months out, they're still not sure what's going to be fresh and what's going to be available. They kind of know. They know that zucchini is in right now, and the flowers, so they're stuffing the blossoms with ricotta and doing the marinara and the tempura and stuff. But later in the year, we know in September, October, it's a lot of pumpkin, pumpkin risotto, different things. But they don't like to commit until right up until the moment because they want what's fresh, and that's how they cook. That's how they live.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
I
but essentially, I mean, the tours are preset. We have the hotels booked. We have the tours booked. I mean, you can see the itinerary online on
Mhm.
jasonsjourneys.com. And then if you do anything before or after, I help you as well. And so that means you just show up and get to
I
enjoy and
love
not
that.
have to worry about, okay, what is a good restaurant or not a good restaurant? We've already decided what's good and what's not.
Yes.
What's a tour that's worth it? What's not worth it? We've already decided that. So
Right.
kind of take the stress off of all that, especially if you don't travel internationally often. This is a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of people want to go to Italy, but they're not sure of where to go first. But the one thing I do want to say, Jason, because I want people to know this, Jason Capps at Bella Sara and Kelly had this beautiful reception for their past guests that have been on their tours. And I'll tell you what, I saw firsthand that these people become friends. They're not strange. They're strangers at first, 20 of
Yeah.
them. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're like
They're like the
best
bestest friends ever.
friends and traveling
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
together.
crazy.
I couldn't believe
there's
it.
people. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It happens this year. Something tells me the holiday party this year in early December. I think we just set a date. I forget, Thursday the 6th, maybe. We'll get to that eventually. But um, yeah, there's people like Dwayne and Denise that have a pizza shop. They have the group come over and make pizza one day at the shop, or more than once they've done that in Mount Lebanon or some Brookline. Kelly, have you gone?
Yeah, I have not been there yet. I think it's in South Park.
That's so
Okay.
nice.
But among other things, there's people that have been friends literally since the first or second trip back in 18 or 19 that have remained friends that, live 10 minutes away from each other that may have not otherwise met. They met in Tuscany or the Amalfi Coast and became best friends and remain so. So,
And even
that's
after the tour, I mean, the tour's 10 days. We're with each other 24/7. And then a week after we get back, they're like, hey, who wants to hang out? I'm like, aren't you guys sick of each
You
other
miss
yet?
them. You miss
yeah.
They just
them.
miss everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is great. I mean, they're like-minded and they live close usually.
Yeah,
It's just nice to see
It's not
that.
just couple,
exactly.
like
Yeah.
girlfriends,
It's anything.
guy trip, like whatever trip you want to do.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
just, couples. I think that's the misconception as well.
Yeah, the part of the other thing that I encourage people to think about is grab a few couples. Grab your neighbors, friends, people you might go to otherwise go a weekend away with to Deep Creek or to Erie or something. Neighbors from the cul-de-sac and say, let's six, eight of us, four of us go to wherever it may be. We have new trips on the horizon for next year. But I just, I think above all else, I just inspire people to get out of your zone, and it's a comfort zone for sure. If you're one of those, I grew up in Washington, PA. I know that crossing a river and a bridge was like a big deal as a kid. To go to Buell Planetarium or something was like, ooh, or go to South Hills Village was even a thing. You know,
I don't
I
go north. I ain't saying that.
Same. And I think the North people don't come down here.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying get on a plane and go somewhere. I mean, go somewhere that lights your fire. Go find relatives, go just explore. If you're not like that, come with us. I mean, I think we call them small group tours. They're really a cluster of incredible experiences coordinated with timing that bakes in free time, shopping time, relax a little bit, but then tours are prearranged with tour as in like of a Carrara, the cave of driving into the mountain, and the 4x4s after. The time we use a good cadence, I think, but also wisely adjusting time wise so that you're not, laying around, sitting around, or doing things so aggressively that you're ready to be exhausted when you get home. Like there should be that cadence. So, and
But
that
that
takes
said,
a lot of
we've been
thought.
doing Italy, only Italy for the past, well, for you 10 years, for me
Yeah.
5. But should we talk about the new countries that are being added next
It's
year?
going on for 2027. I'm excited.
Well,
Should I
A
get the
lot.
drum roll?
You know what? I think I should use this in my tagline. It takes two to tango. Buenos Aires, Argentina, man. Yeah. Argentina in March 27. Tell me what you think of when you think of Pittsburgh in March. I don't know about you, but I think of being
No.
growing up there. I think of,
It's the
you know,
second winter.
the beginning of something called spring. Not really sure. It could be gray, could be wet. In Argentina, I think it's September technically. It's below the equator, so it's the beginning of fall for them, and the weather's perfect. And we explore Buenos Aires for 3 nights, big city. We like diversity in a tour, so that a trip to give people a little taste of country, if you will, or in a region. So we do 3 days in Buenos Aires, which has a rich history and a lot of passionate. There are more Italians in Buenos Aires than anywhere else in the world beside Italy.
Wow, I
So
didn't know that.
there's a lot of underlying tones. You'll see a lot of great Italian restaurants. There's some fabulous places to eat and explore. Wonderful history. From there, we go to Hui Hui in the Andes Mountains, and we learn how to make empanadas. We ride horses. If you want, you can chill. You learn about things like yerba mate, the tea. That's really not technically a tea. It's a leaf that they ground. It's good for your digestion. They drink it like feverishly every day. You learn the process of how you drink it, how you prepare it. You'll come home with a kilo or so of this yerba mate tea. And then we go to wine region, Mendoza. The high altitude wines, people said they're a little worried about high altitude. It's 9,000 feet. If you've been to places in Colorado, you're fine altitude wise. But it's the wines are incredible. The Malbecs and the beef, they go together exceptionally well. Like it's peas and carrots. It's a great pairing. So and they're super passionate and they're great cooks and we love it. So I think we're excited about it. It's over half full already. It's a small one, 14 max. So
Wow.
there's a handful of spots left. We call it our boldest journey yet. It's more on the lines of it takes a little bit more of a free thinker to want to go there. But that doesn't mean you're, first of all, it's incredibly safe. Your dollar goes a bit far. You know, you can shop and do really well in the city, and you can send wines home. And what'll happen is you'll go to the state store if you're in PA, and you'll see a whole new mindset when it comes to the wines. You know, there's some commercial brands that are just basic, but there's some fabulous wines there that I really encourage people to explore, and they take it super serious. They're passionate about it. So, what else? You say?
Tuscany Uncorked. What is
I
that all
know. Yeah, we just got Anna and I just got back from that about 4 days ago. I've been weed whacking ever since I got back. It's been crazy. We took 5 days and did nothing but drink wine and eat food and stay at super high end resorts. I
That's
know it
not
sounds,
bad. I
it
feel
was,
so bad for you,
I
Jason.
know it was
Need a
like
week.
Yeah.
we did a promo video. I was like, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
That's
It's
right.
driving around and vetting all these restaurants and hotels, talking to chefs. It's the most elevated experience yet. It's the 10th. It's the ode to the 10th anniversary of Jason's Journeys from 10 years. You know, on May of 27, it'll have been 10 years since the first one. Um, High-end transportation, Mercedes Sprinters that can get you right into the middle of Pienza. There's like minimal walking. If you want to walk, you can walk outside the villa in the mornings and wander around. But five-star accommodations, literally some of the best. We have pizza at Sting's house in Il Palagio, his villa,
Uh-oh.
his estate property. His wines are great. I just bought a bottle of wine. Is everything? I think what was it called? Uh, every wine is named after a song from his thing. It's really cool. He has a beautiful outside property, and we drove all over the place and explored, talked to people. I don't know. It gave me so if you've been on Tuscany trip with us, it has nothing at all. Not one thing is repeated. So it's brand new. It's everything. It's so high end accommodations, all food and wine. It's a food and wine lovers paradise. It's a bit, it's more money. It's limited to 14 guests. It's already, verbally half sold out as well.
Okay.
We're taking registrations as we speak. We just put a video together. I've uploaded Anna and Brittany have put it to social media, or at least snips of it. And I've started inviting people back to the OGs who were on that first tour,
Ooh, nice.
friends from different parts of the U.S. So, yeah, that's May. And then we go into another 10 days in Tuscany. Um, that has 14. Kelly, did you see the other couple that just signed up today
Yeah.
that's going in? So we're at 6 spots left for Tuscany next
Wow.
May. And I know it's going to be a great group. We're adding some little fun things to that experience, that trip in general. Just to we're constantly we're I don't want to say we're satisfied, but we're always looking to perfect things. Like we're like maybe one less hour here and one more hour over here. Judging by the group's desires to maybe shop more or lay by the pool for an extra hour, just so that they can get ready for the party at the house here. I mean, I think we might even turn it into like a swimming pool party if the guests want to come a bit early next year. It's hard to say weather-wise if it'll be fine. I'm sure we'll do it. So, what else? I
So
forget what
wait a
else.
minute. Tell us why you are so excited about Croatia. Wait, am I saying it right?
Croatia.
Croatia. Croatia.
Croatia.
I don't even know.
Croatia.
I don't even know where that.
Croatia is on the other side of the Adriatic from Puglia, from the the east. So we got to get you outside of the Western PA.
I don't go that far.
Um, well, tell Kelly, what was it, 5 years ago we went to Croatia, like with a
Four or
full of.
5 years ago, yeah, we went with a guy from Pittsburgh who has a cousin in Croatia who
Yep.
showed us around Croatia. And it was, I mean, a gorgeous kind. That was my first time there. It was absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. The food was awesome. The people were great.
Yep.
The being on the water was great. I mean, I think we went in October, so it was a little bit
Yeah.
not as great swimming weather.
Yeah.
But June, which is when these trips are happening, will be
Yeah.
perfect.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. Simon showed us, introduced us to Martin, and I had already been there a couple times. I knew I would have loved to share it with people, but that kind of kicked the door open for the potential of going there to explore it. We got it all teed up and ready. We were a little late in the game putting it together. And then, the Russia Ukraine thing happened, and I think a lot of people were just a little bit leery about, going to there, although it's like 12 hours by plane to Moscow or to Kiev or whatever. So I don't know. We just had to park it. So, as luck would have it, somebody brought it up recently, and we reached out to Martin and said, "Listen, can we kickstart this thing again?" We, broke it out of the archives, polished it off, and added all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be epic. And the first one sold out. So we have one that's a private group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we added another one. The first one is sold out at this is a little bigger. This is our largest small group tour. It's 28 total, so 14 couples per se, or there's enough room to sleep more than that. We decided to limit it a bit. So the boat technically holds 40 people. We capped it at 28. Um, it is incredible. So it's 2 nights in Dubrovnik, at a 5-star Imperial Palace. It's a ridiculously beautiful property. So breakfast there, obviously, and then meals. And there's fancy little jewelry stores. There's a custom designer that makes jewelry. We have a visit with them, and it goes on and on. There's oyster farms. So we visit a salt farm. Then we get on the boat for 7 days. And that is just like, you have breakfast, you wake up, sunrise, whatever. You have breakfast, then we either have lunch on board or as we're motoring to death. So the boat, the 150-foot yacht, is our mobile bar, restaurant slash hotel. So you sleep on the boat, get up. If you want to stand up paddleboard, go kayaking. We have a kayaking adventure lined up. So we're calling it an intimate luxury private charter
Mm,
experience. So it's
yeah.
got a bit of physical stuff if you want to do the rapid stuff and go down the river. Not crazy, not difficult, like not it's safe and fun. Oh, however, you can just chill, or you can go into shore and do this like a marina visit and walk around. We've baked in some time, but it's really an ideal way. We've got the boat doing things they've never done before, which is usually they start in Split and they end in Split. We have them starting in Dubrovnik and taking us all the way up the Adriatic, the Dalmatian coast they call it. So, yeah,
Wow.
it's the meal. So like one or the other meal will be in shore, dinner or lunch every day, and then we land in Split, and then we are just on your own. And if you want to extend, Kelly's there to book flights for this. Getting into and out of Croatia is not hard, believe it or not. From Pittsburgh, or what are you seeing, Kelly? By the way, have you? I know it's
United is
like,
usually kind of the best to Newark. So one
Mm,
stop layover, I mean, it's easy.
yeah,
We've had people just, think about starting in Italy, going straight from Rome to Dubrovnik. I mean, there's plenty of options, but it is easy
yeah,
to get to.
yep,
But yeah, that first tour is the June 10 to 19, and that one is sold out to a private group. And then the next one is June 26th to July 3rd, something around there.
24th or 26th.
I think June 26th, I
Okay,
think.
yeah.
Or
yeah.
24. I
We'll
don't know.
put that, I'll put that
It's on the
information.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, you want to know what's happening? Shit, you know what's happening right now is the Palio race in Siena. Is it July 2nd? At 7 o'clock. It happened. I mean, if this is being like, obviously recorded and watched at a later date, I'm
Yeah.
curious to see about you should put a link to the
Happening now.
Palio. It's
Yeah.
happening right
Or
now.
is it already over?
No, it
Yeah.
happened at 7 p.m., which was just before we got on the
Wow.
call.
Yeah. It's just
So
before
it's
we
a
got
90-second race. I didn't want to change the subject, but I
Yeah.
meant to bring it up earlier. It's basically like running the Kentucky Derby in 1,000 1,500-year-old city in the center piazza with 10 horses, no bareback, and jockeys riding around 3 laps around the piazza. I have friends there now, and we Kelly and I have friends that live in Siena that are guides and so on. But it's a big deal. There's probably 70, 60,000 people there right now,
It's
going nuts.
crazy and it's huge, but
Yeah,
this race lasts like 90 seconds. So
yeah,
all this build up, but it's like there's so much passion in this
yeah,
small Italian city that we do go to with the
yeah,
Tuscany groups. it's
yeah.
really cool.
I'd
So
like to see
maybe
pictures.
maybe we could try to find a link to that and
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's on Daz or
click on
Raisin or
the link.
whatever, RAZ or something. But you
Yeah.
should be able to find it. If I we can post a link on YouTube probably.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
interesting thing about this race is that I don't want to spill all of it because we do visit. We go into their contradas, their neighborhoods. There's 13 or 17 contradas in Siena, and they're very how's the word, like if there's a lot of them are animals. So there's a rhinoceros, there's an owl, there's the forest, there's the snail, and if you belong to this, like
Yeah.
marrying outside of your contrada is kind of a thing because then you get rebaptized, and each has its own church that they bless the horses in before the race. And we have an inn, so we go into this little church where the priest walks to the horse, very quiet. The folks in the CNA's people don't drink during the 5 days around this. There's no gambling. There's a lot of interesting things that people think straight away. Oh, it's going to be a shit show, a lot of drinking and gambling. None of that with the Italians, at least. There might be outside of that, but yeah, it's really cool. It's a lot of history. So
It's like
that's
in
kind of
Peters Township,
Yeah.
USC, South Fayette were really close
Yeah.
together and all had their
yes,
own, and they were called like, well, I guess we have mascots. So like,
yeah,
what's
right,
the
Oh,
mascot?
it's the Indians.
The Indian. So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
There you go.
district versus the
That is so like so their
what's
towns
USC? I don't
kind
even
of
know.
like competing
Yeah,
against
But
town.
it's a
yeah,
small city and they're very small districts.
yeah.
Wow.
And this has been going on
I was gonna
for
say how long?
uh,
700 years, 400 years. I know, a steady 400 years. It
I
would be it would be
it's
like
more.
Brookline and Mount Lebanon that border each other,
Yes.
and they kind of not fight. Some have rivalries, some love each other. I mean, it just depends. Some form alliances, and they like the jockeys. I mean, I don't want to spell it because you learn some things you would be shocked about. I
That's
will
so
tell you one
fun.
thing. Here is my favorite thing. When I told you that they bless the horse, it really has less to do with the jockey. The jockey is just on the horse to guide it. The horse can win without the jockey, and it happens half the time. The guy falls off because they're riding bareback, and the horse crosses the finish line, and the horse wins. And that can try that. And then there's a second race in August, and the other 7 that didn't get elected. There's 4 lotteries to get on that horse. The jockey doesn't know what horse he's riding. They don't know which 10 or neighborhoods are going to be selected. It's a very interesting
Sounds like
thing. And
fun.
It
yeah,
Sounds
is.
like a lot of
yeah,
fun. And then you get to experience it. That's wonderful, Jason.
yeah, yeah.
Jason, going back to Jason's journeys,
Mhm.
what makes Jason's journeys different? If somebody's out there listening, they're like, oh, I got to call, I want somebody to set up some stuff for me, some tours. Like, what makes you so different?
Well, I think you just said it. I think it's me. I hate to say it. People have told me that. I mean, honestly, it's me. It's Kelly. It's the personal passion that goes into it, and being a chef is great. It really over here. It's like that people drop things and like, oh my God, tell me what they want to know more. And the food is such a big thing in Italy, and in Croatia, and in Argentina, and Spain, where we'll probably eventually get to. So, I think the fact that we're with the group every minute of every day, which is not typical. Usually you meet your guide in a town. We use guides that are from the towns, Lucca, Florence, Siena, born and raised there. So you hear firsthand about her contrada, her race, her experience about that race in Siena. Um, I really dive deep because I want people to experience it somewhat to the way I did and learn things that I learned that I find interesting. I'm curious by nature, so I've traveled. I went to. I never thought Japan would be on my radar. Vietnam, Thailand, Bali. I ended up going there, and I'm like, holy cow, this is unbelievable over here, and I can see the attraction. However, this is where I feel the most comfortable. Again, these places as we branch out, and if there are other places, I would love to take a group to Montana. I find Montana to be ridiculously beautiful, Colorado, Utah, and stuff. But you don't need me for that. You can get online and book an Airbnb and have your own little dude ranch if you want, and do
Right.
all that stuff. But over here, my experience in time. of meeting people. I think I'm just constantly asking questions and experiencing things,
I
and
think it's
it's hard.
also, I mean, it's like anything else. You can go to Amazon to buy a shirt, or you could go to the boutique down the street and maybe it's a little more expensive but better quality. Like
Yeah,
that's kind of, I think, where we differentiate. Like you
Customer
can
service.
go to those big tour companies, and I'm sure they're great. They might be a little bit cheaper, but you could also come to us and have a very personal, unique boutique experience.
yeah,
And with people in the Pittsburgh area. I mean, not everybody on these trips are from Pittsburgh, but a lot of them are, and you become friends. When you pick a different tour group, you might have people from all over the place and you may never see them again.
Right.
yeah. That's
So,
true. Yeah. Yeah,
I love
I
it.
think the most of the time when you see a package, Perillo or any of the big ones that have obviously laid a foundation down and done incredible business, most of the time you're in the big cities doing the big activities, the Colosseums, the Vaticans and stuff. On a tour bus, you've got access, you're great, but you'll look and see it'll be a 7 day tour usually, not a 9 night like ours, 8 or 9 night. You'll see 4 lunches included, 3 dinners, breakfast is most always included. We leave one meal out for people to do on their own. So that's when others get kind of spoiled and knowing that a chef has pre-selected the meal, communicate with the chef of
right.
the restaurant, you know. So but we've by demand, I think people, Kelly writes, people, somebody said, it would be nice. We love the group. Don't get us wrong. We just like to walk around Sorrento with our spouse and have a whatever, something, pizza or a casual
The
different type of food.
romantic,
Yeah, yeah.
candlelight.
Yeah, or if they're single, they want to just get away from the group for a minute. And so we baked in that a little bit, but only by demand. Otherwise, you don't typically see that. And again, like Kelly said, the level of you know, connection to the group and seeing the group develop and walking at the pace the group walks in, we accommodate. If somebody's lagging and they can't make it up the hill, we find a taxi or figure out how to get them there. And it's kind of a all for one for all kind of philosophy. And we make it work. And yeah, I'm not sure I'm sure there's other companies out there that do something similar. But again, I'm hesitant to call this a tour because we're not, like you said, clicking through. We go to Pompeii, you go through a turnstile, but the guide that Kelly uses that we have in Pompeii is going to give you a much different perspective than a big group of people and his experiences and so on. So we're very selective in that way. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's unique, and that's what I love about it, And
mhm,
I mean, obviously, your tours have been selling out, so people love it. You've
yeah.
been doing this for so long. So now we're going to do this rapid fire fun, okay?
Ooh, what's that? I'm curious. Yeah,
Here we go.
I will say this. One last thought it just popped into my head. If you were going to a place that you haven't been before and you do enjoy food and you not necessarily the best traveler per se, maybe when it comes to even packing or just laying out plans, what better two people to have with you during the trip than a chef and a travel agent expert?
Yeah, you
I
won't
mean,
go
it's like, come
hungry
on.
and you won't get lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right?
correct.
I mean, that's
And we're fun.
yes,
yeah,
and you
right,
guys have
We're
a lot
exactly.
of
both a
fun.
good time.
Yeah.
I know.
Kelly skydives solo for release for what do
I
you call it
saw
for
For yeah,
relaxation.
to relax.
Yeah,
she's a little bit of a
yeah,
daredevil. I mean,
yeah.
I
I
don't think I
mean,
could handle that.
Yeah, did you
yeah,
see that couple get engaged on the top of the Empire State?
That's
yes,
Gold.
yes.
That's now my new goal.
no thank you. I'm
If he
saying
doesn't propose to me on the top of the Empire State Building,
Yeah,
you're done.
I'm
yeah.
done. I don't want it.
That's
It's
awesome.
on
Yeah.
the air, so if you're out there
You heard
listening,
it.
I just saw the video with Travis Pastrana when he did the Red Bull thing. He copied Point Break and he jumps out of the airplane, double somersault without a parachute. Did you
That,
see
yeah,
that?
okay, now
That
come
was
too
on.
years ago.
much
Jason,
for
don't,
me.
I'm so glad Jason's journeys doesn't take you like, I don't want to jump off a mountain.
Yeah.
Well, if it was up
Well,
to
we do hot air balloons in Tuscany Uncorked next year. I'm sure you
I
could.
might do that. I
Yeah,
might.
I'm sure we could figure out. Oh, there's a bee. You
I'll
can.
bring my parachute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please bring
you
your
could.
parachute.
What's the other thing called when you bungee out of there?
Oh, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. So we're going to do this rapid fire. Okay, ready now? Jason, am I asking you and Callie or just you?
I don't know. Maybe direct. I don't know what you're going to ask, so maybe
Okay.
direct one question to each of
All
us.
right,
You
I'll do
decide.
one for you and then I'll do one. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Favorite place, Jason.
Favorite place? Oh my God, where I am right now, Lucca, Tuscany. by
Okay.
far. But
All right.
I,
Kelly?
so
That is
I
a really hard question.
Oh,
I love Rome, and I also love the island of Procida off the coast of Naples. Very
okay.
small,
beautiful.
authentic, colorful island. I would say those
Yeah.
two places.
I
If
like
we're
it.
talking Italy, I also love a lot of other places,
Yeah,
but
we'll just stick
those are
with
top.
Italy since that's
Okay.
what.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason. Or no, I'm going to go to Kelly first. Kelly, favorite wine?
Oh, honestly, this is Syrah. Syrah is my
Okay.
favorite wine. I like really dry, heavy Shiraz from Australia. I mean, that's the top for me.
Okay,
Anything
Jason.
really dry and really red.
I
Okay.
not me.
That's interesting. For me, I love the Cabernets. I like Super Tuscans, but I don't like the ones that have been gimmicked up that are, expensive. I like my favorite is Il Bruciato. You'll see videos of me walking around a big bottle at my party at the house here in last month. It's a great red wine. It's $25 a bottle. You can find it at your local state store.
It's really
That's
good.
not bad.
Yeah, it is. It's my example of a good deeper red. However, if you throw a plate of fish or risotto with fish in front of me, I'm going to want a nice. I do like a Chardonnay, like a slightly less oak Chardonnay, which you can find here as well. The
Mhm.
wines at Sardinia are great, the Cannonals and the Vermentinos. So, I
I love
mean,
Brunello too, which you'll be going to Brunello area
yes,
next year with Tuscany
yeah,
Uncorked.
absolutely.
Um,
That's a
Yeah,
good one
you
too.
can't go
these are
wrong
good
with
food.
any of the wines in Italy,
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like.
I'm like, bring some back. Hello.
It's yeah.
yes, yeah,
He needs
exactly.
some wine.
Or how about
Yeah,
you go there?
I
yeah, yeah, yeah. Why we have to bring it back? You need to go there. Get your damn passport. Let's go.
And then I'm gonna probably like, guys, help me. What did you say about that wine again? I want to try that one. All these words you guys are
I
using,
know,
I'm
we're
like,
saying
I'm
things.
confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go. Ready,
I think
Jason?
did your volume kid drop down a second? Are we okay? I don't want
Yeah,
to.
I think we're okay.
we're
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Best meal you've had.
Wow. My we were just talking about this today. My very first meal in Italy ever was 45 minutes up this road. Coincidentally, I never thought it'd be in a house here. 20 years ago, first trip to Italy, tordelli. It's a meat ravioli shaped from Lucca, typical, with a meat sauce, a ragu. And oh my God, it was phenomenal. And I was starving. And so now I always think of that. And this little old lady made me food at 10 o'clock at night. So tordelli and Lucca or
Mm,
meat sauce ragu, pasta bolognese, tagliatelle, or
that
pappardelle
sounds
bolognese. Yeah,
delicious, Jason.
yeah.
Kelly?
Jason's gonna laugh because this is like all I eat when
I
I'm
know
in
the
Italy.
I know the
He
answer.
like can't understand it, but I am a creature of habit when it comes to food. So I love pasta arrabbiata, which is just pasta and really spicy red sauce.
Yes.
And there's two places in Italy that I had it that were just phenomenal. One is a place in Rome and one's a place in Maiori. So
Yeah.
those are my two
No
favorites.
meat?
No, just
Yeah.
red sauce, no cheese
Oh,
either. I know it's
and it's
weird,
spicy?
very
Does it have
spicy.
guanciale? Is that bits of guanciale in it? No,
It's
arrabbiata.
literally noodle pasta
It's
and spicy red sauce.
Kelly, that was boring. Okay, no
No, I
offense.
know it sounds boring,
but
but it's
but listen, she in Amalfi, they call her the double pasta girl. She orders double entree of pasta in a big ass
since I
oval
turned
plate.
30, we're not doing the double orders anymore. Now we do one singular order or maybe a
Listen,
salad.
I am
Yeah.
all about pasta myself. Any kind of
My
pasta.
favorite.
I know.
Oh,
What are you gonna do?
arrabbiata means angry, so it's that spice. It's funny. All the pastas have interesting backstories. There's the one I don't want to talk about the whore. What's it called? In Sicily,
I don't know if we have
not
time to talk about
arrabbiata,
that.
not Diabolo. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I'll think of it. I'll be like
Hello,
spatting
Steph. Come on.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, here we go. Kelly, ready?
Yeah.
One travel tip. This better be a good one.
Use a travel agent. I know one. Me.
Good,
Yes.
But
good
even
then.
not just me. I mean, if you know a travel agent, I think it's
Have somebody plan it for you.
yeah, I mean, it's just so much easier for you and you're gonna have a smoother experience. And if something goes wrong, you have someone to turn to. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
my biggest travel tip.
And I think with Kelly would probably agree, it's great to search flights on Google Flights or other things, but when it comes down to booking, if you use a travel agent, for sure, I agree. Or if you incline to book on your own, go straight to the portal of the airline you're
Yeah.
flying. Keep the
Okay.
Don't
third
use
party
those
out.
third parties like
Mhm.
Kayak and they're just honestly horrible.
I've
Yeah,
heard.
yeah, because I mean, they may be great and they get a little tiny kick for sending this person, you, to the airline because that's where you're going anyway. But when there's a problem, you're instead of having Kelly to call, you're calling Booking.com and they're going to contact British
Yeah, and the
Airways.
airlines
You'll be
won't
on
help you
hold.
directly. They're going to
Forget
say
it. I
call
don't have time for
Expedia.
that. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
have
just,
Yeah,
and a lot of people, I mean, you might save, I don't know, $100, but then if something happens,
the aggravation.
then you're going to
No,
regret.
thank you.
Yeah.
exactly.
Trip insurance, getting travel insurance. I think a lot of
Okay.
people think they don't need it. And a lot of times you probably don't. But if something does happen, I mean, Jason, we've seen this happen to a lot of
Oh,
our
a week ago.
travelers.
I mean, somebody going in this fall,
Yeah.
a diagnosis that's going to enable them to hopefully stay healthy eventually, but the next 3 months are important for their treatment and they're unable to go. And so, there's some things that presents problem wise. We'll do the best to help in some ways, but, so what was you asked her the question. What
About
was,
the travel tip, but I have,
oh,
I have
can I
one more
answer that
question.
one?
Yeah, go
Can I
ahead.
answer?
Yeah.
So I'd say wherever you go, go into the city, find the market. If there's a fresh market, if it's in Europe, they're everywhere, most often daily. That'll tell you a lot about a culture and what they do and eat on a regular basis, and watch what the locals are eating, not only at the restaurants they're going to, but find out what they're eating. And they're going to go straight for the fresh, whatever they found their butcher. They know they're going to like in Florence. You can watch just the way people manage, and also stick to restaurants that those people also go to. If they're speaking English and there's a guy outside trying to get you to woo you to come in with English menus and translate and everything, it's probably not a good idea. You could walk past them, go around the corner, get lost, and find a place that seats 8 or 10 and have probably one of the best meals of your trip, if not
That's
your
a
life.
great tip. Thank you,
I think
Jason.
there's a lot of I know we don't have much more time, but on TikTok and Instagram, th the same restaurants may be coming up that are going viral in these
Mm.
cities, and they're not really as good as, I mean, find your own authentic place
Yeah.
or ask a travel agent that, or as somebody that's been to
Yeah,
that city
you
a bunch of
too.
times, and we can say, hey, this is, maybe it's viral, but it's also really good, or maybe it's not.
Right.
Maybe we found our own hidden gems. But going off the beaten path is definitely,
I
yeah.
love that. That's a great tip. Thank you. I see our bees on here too. We need a
Thanks.
name for bee. So,
Yeah.
okay, one more last question. So, bucket list destination, Jason. I mean, you've been to Japan, but what would you say would be your bucket list destination?
And that's a
Or
very
have you
good
already hit
question.
it?
Yeah, maybe you already hit it.
I think some South America stuff that I've hit in Argentina, Chile, and Peru, which we'll get to in we're calling it the South America collection. 3 years, three different countries in South America in the wintertime, January, February, March. I'll tell you kind of what we're getting ready to do in February, New Zealand, but not just New Zealand. We're stopping in Tahiti, Bora Bora on the way, and then doing New Zealand for 2 weeks, and then stopping in Fiji on the way back.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's kind of like places that I wouldn't otherwise go. That wasn't the bee that bit me, by the way. It stung me. um, it was no. I think that's been. I'm feeling more comfortable reaching out farther because I have a points guy. I don't know if anybody else has a points guy. That's somebody that Angelo helps me utilize my points I get on my credit card to take trips. And
Oh,
so
okay.
that's the point thing. And so I
Gotcha.
use him in some capacities. Otherwise, I'm calling Kelly to book flights, but I get a stockpile of points. But I think, yeah, that going as far and deep, there's probably some Africa things, Zimbabwe, Botswana, some things over there that would probably tick boxes for me. Having been to South Africa in the safari, there was Kelly. We need to think about that, by the way.
I would love to go to South
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah. Kruger National Park is life changer. Any of those Sabi Sands
Yeah.
or
Is that your bucket list destination?
I mean, it's on the list. My number one right now is Antarctica. And I'm like,
Oh,
been thinking about that a lot. Yes. For me, the harder it is to get to, the more I would like to
yeah,
go there. And I like the
well,
cold. So I think like the glaciers and ice cap, I mean, those look all so interesting to me.
wow.
I want to do the cold plunge where you jump into the water and kayak or see penguins or go through the Drake Passage on the way on a cruise.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Send me
That
pic. I'm not.
Kelly, that would be after
One day.
Argentina in March after Argentina because you were ended Mendoza. You could go
I
to
know, I was thinking about
Ushuaia
that.
and you're there. So yeah, the
Oh.
glaciers were incredible. So and that's yeah, I think I don't know how much time we have left to wrap it up. If I think I started to say it, I don't know if I finished it. Go see something. Get out there. Be inspired. Get off. I'm not saying you're on the couch, but put the remote down, take those dreams, shape them into a real thing. Call us, figure out what we're up to. I want to inspire people to get out there and see things, and it's safe, and it's not, if my grandparents, and I say this probably every episode, they always said they were in the restaurant business in Jersey. They said, don't wait until your knees are bad to start seeing things like the pyramids and the Great Wall and other things, and because they did this at 65, 75, and because of their work patterns and what they did for a living, it was hard for them. So I mean, I'm at 45 countries. I'll be at 50 before this year is over. um, but it's not ticking and stamps on the passport. It's really trying to go and feel these cultures. I have something huge coming up in 2029. I'm not at liberty to discuss it at this time, but as these trips we have 8 or 9 trips next year in 27. I might drop down to 3 in 28, and I'm going to probably 0 in 29 because it's a personal year. I'm taking a break. So I'm saying if it's not with me, I would love it to be with me and Kelly. And if not, it's get out there, just go somewhere.
So if somebody's listening right now, Kelly and Jason, and they're like, "Oh, all right, well, I want to book one of these trips. Where is the best place? Website, socials? What's the best one?"
Yeah.
I would
I
say the
mean,
website. I think that's the most streamlined way, going to the website, first looking at the options and the itineraries and seeing what interests you the most, maybe. And then there's a contact button. So you can contact us. It goes to our emails, and then we generally respond within 24 to 48 hours at most. But that would definitely be the best way. You can message on socials and stuff, but I think that sometimes we don't always see those right away just
yeah.
because we have a lot going on. But
Right.
email through the website would be great.
Yeah.
What is the website, Jason?
Just jasonsjourneys.com. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
And yeah, so I think, I mean, that really kind of covers it. We have a portal called We Travel. It helps you with the registration forms. Everything's online. Kelly assists with that, talks to you about whether you need flights or travel insurance if you want. There's no hard sell, there's no obligation. You can pay with a credit card and use that portal, or you can work offline per se, use Zelle or another form of payment to get to us in Canonsburg, again through the bank or cash or check or whatever.
That
And
newsletter and everything.
yeah,
Like
yeah, you get a
newsletter.
lot. You get a lot for your money. I think kind of going back to one of your first things, what value? I'm a big value guy. I don't mind spending $400 and $500 for a great meal. I have a limit on a bottle of wine I'll spend eating out, but I'll do the 12-course chef's tasting menu at a restaurant. Is that our time?
Nope.
No.
We're good.
Um, but as long as it was worth it, there's times when you buy something, a mechanical device or something, you're like, man, that was expensive, and it wasn't worth it. I'm a big value guy, so we pride ourselves in making sure you get every ounce of your money's worth, and we really don't sleep until that takes place. You know what I mean? So my goal is to bring value and deliver.
Oh my gosh, Jason, like this, we covered a lot in this
Sure
episode.
did.
And I appreciate it. I'm so glad that we were able to do this because we have not done this where we
I'm
were able
grateful. Thank
to
you.
talk from Italy and having Kelly here in the studio. But
Yes.
Freshly back.
yes, freshly back from Italy. And I just appreciate you both and what you're doing. And you're really helping other people. And like you said, the experience for
Yes.
Jason's Journeys Tours, the experience. You're giving them everything that they need with the travel agent, with a chef. They're getting the best of everything. So I appreciate you.
We
Hey,
appreciate
carpe
you.
diem, man.
Yeah.
You only live once. We don't know when our time up is up. Just get
Yeah.
out there and do something. Explore, see the
I
world.
like what you said about your grandparents about the knees because a
Yeah,
lot of people wait till they retire. Oh, when I retire, I'm going to go to Italy.
yeah, yeah.
Well, that's when you're having like the pain or something.
And
Absolutely. I mean, you
there's a
can.
lot of walking in Italy too. I mean, we try to limit it, but a lot of these towns you kind of have to
Yes.
walk,
Well, the
and some of it's
pasta
up
that
and
we're
down,
eating,
and
Yeah.
well, you know.
we're going to need to.
Most people come back weighing exactly what they left. sometimes even a pound less, maybe a pound more, but because of the amount of, it's not heavy. It's but we
The
call the
freshness of the food. I mean,
yeah.
we're
Fresh.
super
But we're
fresh. There's
if
no
you want to
preservatives.
right,
Yeah.
the blue zone in Sardinia, these people are living over 100, both men and women. I mean, you'll be walking
That is
down the
fun.
street and or up a hill, and a lady that's 105 will blow by you with a like a sack of
The
potatoes.
glass of wine.
Yeah.
I saw it.
I
Right.
love it. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much,
So
both of
much. You're
you. This
Yeah,
is
welcome.
thank
so much
you.
fun. I'm getting so excited. One of these days, you're going to see me. I'm
Yeah,
going to be
yeah. Okay.
zooming you.
Yeah. Yeah,
We'll be
exactly.
in Tuscany doing this together.
Yes, you'll be
Yeah.
you'll be sitting here next to the pool. I'll be out weed whacking like I'm going to do here in about 2 minutes, because it's
Jason, I need
already
another refill, please.
exactly
Oh,
exactly. Well,
thank you both. I
Thank
thanks
you.
for
appreciate it. I
having us.
miss you guys. I can't wait to hear about the fall trips once you get back here in the States, Jason. But
Yes.
I appreciate both of you. This
Oh,
was
thank
another
you.
episode of Spill
Thank
with
Thank
you.
you
me,
so
Jenny
much.
D, with Jason's Journeys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Take care. See
everybody.
you, Kelly.
Take
Bye.
care.
Ciao.
Be safe.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Come spill with me. Come spill with me.